Hello and welcome back. Okay, before I begin, I just want to mention that Mike Young, the creator of Blood Tide, The Romans Road, and creator of Cosplay, which is his website, he's actually been leaving comments on my videos, and I just want to mention it, and I will post it in text. But first of all, thank you, and second, for anyone else who is maybe watching my videos, but maybe watching them through my posts on Twitter or I've been putting. Well, I'm gonna put this one in the Discord channel. I try not to spam people with the links because one of the things I would hate the most is to annoy someone. So I'm just gonna mention it. Like, if you're interested in more of the game, check out the comments. I'm not sure how many more people have started doing playthroughs of this game, but it's nice to know that to see a comment from the creator because that really cheers me up. So he pointed out some interesting things, which let me pull up the comment here. I'll probably post an image on it as well so you can guys see it. Here we have his comment. I'm gonna take a little bit here of time, just small. However, some things that I was saying in my previous video is touched on here. Like, depending on my actions, it will affect my relationship with that character. I was assuming that if I pick the worst choices, they won't support me, or maybe they'll hate me and no longer cooperate. That ends up being true by this comment. Uh, but if I'm nice to them, it will provide me with some benefits. Like, merchants will sell me their items at the regular price instead of cranking that price up. People will support me in their own ways. And as I was giving an example with Chrono Trigger, my actions and answers with people will affect how they respond to me. So going back into the game now, now that I know that yes, your actions will affect everything, I'm gonna start doing my usual route. Treat people nicely, yeah, which is what I normally always do. Something that I mentioned in the previous video, but let me address. Oh, there's a loading screen. Interesting. I did not see that before, or maybe I didn't pay attention to it before. But awesome. I'm glad that there's a. Sorry, I was gonna sneeze, but I had to stop it. That there's a loading screen. That's pretty good. Now he did mention that where's okay. This art with Blad and wait, can I also do it on journals? Yes, I can. I have to go back down to biography, but yeah, that's okay. Wait, I should just no. Oh yeah, I can just press up. So, oh man, and I'm gonna post it here on the screen. He did tell me the name of the artist that's making them, which she has made William and Claude already. However, Vladimir and James is still in the works. Is Vladimir? Yeah, his profile is ready. So let me read that. Uh, Born in August 1612, Vladimir Adler was the fifth son of the goldsmith in Frankfurt. Being the fifth son, however, meant he would inherit nothing, so his father gave him the church to learn to be a holy man, which is something he told us. Vlad learned to read and write in German, English, and Latin as described. However, upon reaching adulthood, the young man found the quiet life of a monk did not suit him. Rather than taking his oaths, he left the monastery and signed up with Dieter Kern's company of mercenaries. Dieter's hard but just style of leadership appealed to the young lad, and Blad has served him loyally ever since. As the youngest member of Dieter's militia, Blad serves as a scout. He has learned to read the land, cover distance quickly, and fight both sword and pike, which is why he has a spear. Now, another thing I mentioned is that, well, I'm not sure if it was me. Now, I'm just gonna go with what Mike said because I can't remember. I know Blad pretty much gave us this description himself. However, he did mention that learning a character's personality and how they are, is essential to picking up that those like respect points. That okay, this guy's now on my side because I said the right words, and not because it just sounded the nicest, but also because that's how it matches to the character. For example, Vlad. it even says it here. He likes Dieter. It's a bit hard, but has that style of leadership that he likes. So probably kind of maybe like a father figure because he ended up getting kicked. But so if ever in the future there's an option that I have to maybe give an order to Vlad, via James, I will. It wouldn't. I I don't have to worry about feeling that maybe that's the wrong option because he may actually like that. If I make James tell the Vlad a order, he may take it like a leadership, pretty much like Dieter did. So all of these NPCs have their own unique personalities, which will come in handy when it comes to the dialogue options. Unfortunately, I kind of ruined my respect with Vlad when I try to buy him off, at least on this playthrough. But when the full game comes out, I will obviously do the right choice and pick the first one I did on the first episode. Okay, so I I usually don't like because I've been posting the videos. I'm not like playing the entire game in one sitting, which is kind of bit what I want to do. But I've been really enjoying getting the comments back from Mike and him like giving me a breakdown of things. It's also in a way what I do with Rockwin. I only record 2 episodes, and then I let my girlfriend tell me, what am I doing wrong or what am I missing. But I don't want to talk about other games right now too much. I actually can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Wait, I thought I already did this. Let's see. Objective: search, get Gilder, so place you can rest, get a room to rest. Yep, sleep in, rent a bed. I already did that. Whatever, washed up. Oh, it's already completed. Duh, I should go for available. Skirmish at the Palmer. There, Mir is willing to let us go in exchange for a favor. He asks us to travel east to Promort, where the Imperial Army has set up a scouting camp. We're to eliminate the Imperials there and report back to him. I have a few run-ins with the pirates, but there's a whole new challenge for us. Report to Blad to be equipped with weapons, which I did. Travel west through the farmland and woods. Ah, okay. So that's what I need to do. However, uh, the mayor did tell me that this is their camp, and I haven't. I'm pretty sure I haven't explored all tents because I haven't spoken with Dieter. Which, maybe he's around here or not. Oh wait, no, there's another one here. Oh, I can't get to it. Nope. Now, uh, now he is mentioning that the game maker provided him with like a starter pack of things. Like that's where the image comes from for Blatt and James on this build. But I'm not sure if that also includes music. I guess, and that's something I noticed I did not mention in the previous episode because it was like lost footage. But I really like the music. The music that's playing right now for the town theme is very atmospheric. Oh, there you are, Dieter. Have you taken care of the Imperials at Promor yet? Nope. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go do that. I want to see how the battle mechanics work now. Ooh. Oh, let me just listen to this music for a bit. It has a slow start, so I'll give it a bit. I guess while I explore this part, uh, he did mention that he did took into consideration what I said about the border selection because it is honestly hard for me to see. So he is going to change it. Thank you. I don't mean to like nag or nitpick, but I'm glad he has taken that feedback. One thing I don't know is there going to be random encounters or are the anything that I fight is like just walking around the world and once they see me they'll rush at me. Ooh. Oh, there's chorus. I love chorus in music. Now, which is every single song in Bloodborne and well, from Software games. A lot of those games have chorus. Now, unfortunately, chorus is kind of hard. Most of those games with like chorus or orchestra like instruments, they're not as memorable because they're complicated musics, and that's not easy to like for the brain to remember and like start singing if you remember it at a random moment. However, it is very peaceful and relaxing to hear and refreshing because you don't always remember how the there are docks. Here are docks. Oops. Doesn't look like anybody has been here for some time. If we could find a boat, we could take the river inland. Getting back at the water sounds terrible right now. My god, he speaks! Eh. I'm glad you guys acknowledged that. Also, he did explain to me why Gilder was quite silent. Uh, Again, aside from like the player has an option of not having him on the team, he's still recovering. I mean, he was practically dead. I had to revive him by going to an inn. 60 marks. Yay, more money, because goddamn, a lot of things are expensive. His comment does explain something about the blacksmith, where he doesn't have an option to uh, like repair individual items, so he just repairs everything. But he does sell you those repair powders to repair the one thing you need. So in the case that you do need to repair your entire armor, it's just better to go with the repair all option. But if you only need to repair like your chest armor, just use the powder. Is there anything else? Oh, if we had a boat, we could use it here. Okay. Oh, and it has an icon. Okay. So obviously we don't have a boat. Is there anyone in this house? Okay, I can't enter houses from sideways. So they're just for decoration. Good to know. Because sometimes I would, although it would be an interesting thing to enter a house from the side. It's not very common in RPGs to let you actually do that. But it is nice that there's houses pointing to the side. Because of the game rules, most people would just like still put it facing forward, but having the door locked. Here is facing in a proper way, but you can't get through it. Also giving you a clear indication of which houses you can go into and which you can't. So there's nothing down, so I guess I'll go up. So far there's no random encounters. Oh, this is a farm. Hello. Tilda. Oh, it's the old woman they told me about. How do we get through the eastern woods? How can I help you? Wait, what? Ask her a question. What? Uh, that's weird. Why is she not telling me this answer? Right, let me see what you're. Wait, what? Oh, because she speaks German. But I have Vlad with me. Or did he left the party? No, he's still there. That's weird. Uh, that. I wonder if that's. Why is that happening? I'm trying to think of it both like in a like within the world rules on why she's not saying anything to me. Because if it was because I don't have a translator, it would go like, oh, this person speaks a different language, like it happens with the in person and his daughter. But here she's clearly speaking to me, but I can't select any of the options. It's possible maybe I need to do something to trigger her to speak to us. It's hard to. I guess that's a thing I'm trying to say. It's hard for me to tell what's like a bug in the programming, or what's like me lacking to do something to make it work. have her not being able to have her tell me what's going on or how to get through the woods to reach Pramort, it's gonna be a little iffy. Let's see if I can figure this out. If I take too long, might as well make a mental note here. If I take too long to reach to where I'm supposed to go, I'm gonna edit this out. So I'm gonna be a little bit more quiet until I find a way. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can run. I'm probably gonna speed this clip up, but I can run in this game.
Ba ba da ba ba da da da. Beep beep doo boo 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 doo. Da 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 da. I am freaking lost. Ba ba da 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 da. I didn't know which way to go. Da 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 da. Because I always get confused when it comes to west and east. Da 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 da.
Okay, so I guess I went the wrong way. I wasn't supposed to go to the left. Now, this is just my own like disorientation. I heard Danny Sexbang from Ninja Sex Party state that people who are lefty, like they're left-handed, they have a problem with directions, which is true. In my language, which is Spanish, whenever someone tells me left and right, which is derecha y izquierda, I always get confused which is what. But for some reason in English, I know if they tell me go left, I know what I'm left-handed. I'm assuming that it's easier for me in English because of that simplicity. Say left for left-handed people, which is what I am. In Spanish, me being left-handed is called zurdo, which doesn't really give me a direction. Unlike it doesn't say, "Oh, it's my derecha" or "Oh, it's my izquierda." So I always gotten those my directions wrong. So the same thing happens whenever I hear west or east. It's hard for me to remember which one is it. I know I can like maybe try to remember which side I'm on. Like, oh, I'm from the west side because of I live in California. Let me speak to this person before I continue. Oh, I don't have Vlad with me anymore. Fudge. And Vlad did specifically tell me that, hey, I can't leave the walls until until the captain tells me so. Which, yeah, probably he'll allow me to take Vlad with me if once I do this mission. Well, I can't enter this house. And no icon shows up, so interesting. Oh, like I said, I mean, the door's not open, so I can't go in. That's how you most RPGs just give you an indication that this is not a house you can go in because it's the door's closed. Oh wow, this is a big farmland. Holy shit! In a way, I do prefer my RPGs without random encounters because it just makes exploring. Oh, this guy looks dangerous. Okay, let's save. Okay, so who is this guy? Wounded man. He's hurt. Seems like he's having trouble speaking. Is he one of the militia? That or one of the Imperials? What do we do? Oh, this is where Mike brought this up. The my actions here do will like change things. Uh, and this is where he had to like stop himself because he didn't want to spoil what happens. But oh, let's read the options so we can start deciding here. Get help from town. Let's take him to town. Kill him, or I don't know. And even silence in this game is an option because that's that's the first thing that happened to me. I went with silence and I got smacked. So, oof, I don't know what to pick. All right, so let's go. And the thing is that he doesn't look like he didn't look friendly to me. But killing him like that just also doesn't sound good. Uh, Taking him to town just feels dangerous. So get help from town. Good thinking. I'll go look for Vlad. Good. I'll stay here with him. Sometime later. Claus! Vlad, listen. That witch, Tilda, she did something to this forest to keep the Imperials out of sinks. We didn't believe her at first, but it's true. The paths twist and turn and lead nowhere. I don't even know how I found my way back. But our brothers, they never did. No, but we could have handled the Imperials, but the monsters, the witch, has something to do with it all. I know it. Please find her. Which I did. Avenge us. Claus? I'm sorry we didn't find him sooner. It isn't your fault this happened. I'll find the witch and get to the bottom of this. Vlad, you don't have to go alone. The captain gave you your orders. Go and handle the Imperials. Leave the rest to me, as you say. Oh, okay, so maybe that's why the witch wasn't telling me anything. Like I said before, something must have happened. So me talking to her with Vlad with me may have actually, you know, it's not what was planned. So speaking of which, so what's the plan? Do you want to take our chances in the woods or go find this witch? It's up to you. Oof, witch hunt. We found Klaus, a member of the militia, outside the eastern woods. He claimed that Tilda, a pagan woman living on the other side of the Sinks, put a curse on the forest and summoned monsters there. Vlad has gone to her cabin to investigate, but he told us we didn't need to come with him. Go to Tilda's cabin on the other side of the Sinks, or find your way through the eastern woods. Oof. The paths have divided. So I'm gonna have file one be this one, and file two. I'm gonna try different, uh, like stories. Cause now I know he's a good guy. He isn't responding because he's dead. He wasn't like a villain. He was one of those scout teams that they were sent out but didn't came back. Now we know why he didn't came back. Ooh. Okay, so I'm just gonna get at the well near Hilda's. No, why did I call her Hilda? Wasn't it Tilba? Shit, I'm bad with names, so I'm sorry. Uh, shit, Tilda. Who is Hilda? Hilda kind of reminds me of like a Legend of Zelda witch. I don't have blood, so I should not be able to hear him. Yeah. Like I was just this person doesn't speak your language, even though I know who he is. I know, game mechanic stuff. It's not something that can be helped. I'm gonna go to Vlad because I don't think the witch purposely did that. I don't think it's like completely her fault. Something is going on. Okay, so I'm at the door of her hut. So in timeline one, this is where I'll go. But in timeline B, I'm gonna try to take him to town instead. Oh, timeline B being file two. Maybe we could have saved him. I still think he'll die anyway, because most of these games with branching paths usually in the end converge and go back to the middle. I mean that's normal and that's fine because it still gives the player a sense of agency. Um, it still gives the player a sense of whatever I do is having a direct impact to the story, and that feeling is great. Even if later on we all find out that the paths converge, to the player who may not even play the game again to figure that out, Uh, that sense of agency is great. It gets you involved with the story. It really helps like build your own story kind of thing. It's only really completionists or people who really love the game and want to explore every single possibility that it was programmed into it. They will get to experience it. Like me with Undertale, I knew of genocide, but I personally didn't do the genocide run. Because I grew attached to the characters and I didn't want to go through the genocide route because of that attachment to the characters. Maybe at a later time, I'll do it because at that point I just want to actually fight Sans and see if I can beat him, but not something I initially want to do. So same with this game. The paths I take, the choices I take is for my playthrough. Anything extra I'll do is just currently to test the build. But so far everything is working fantastic, and it's nice to hear that my feedback is being heard. And that's I think one of the things I like the most, just being heard. That I'm not just talking to myself here in my room, because that feels just as bad as this rain. Anyways, so I'm gonna cut the episode here. It's been rather long one. Although I am skipping a lot because I did got lost in this forest. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care and have fun playing. Lates.